Currently, the news is telling us that Carriageworks is going into voluntary administration. That in itself is a tragedy for the art scene in Sydney. Carriageworks is a really loved organisation, and it has provided some fantastic spaces there for production. Hopefully this isn't the end of the story for Carriageworks. We know that there are rescue packages for it kind of in the offing, or there's been talk about the possibility of Sydney Opera House taking over Carriageworks, which would be viable as a possibility, although it does also mean a kind of a consolidation of voices and ideas in the art sector, which I think is not always great. Diversity is always brilliant in the art sector. But really, I think the key thing here is that Carriageworks is the canary in the mine, I think, and particularly in terms of what we're seeing in New South Wales. This is an art sector on the brink, and one of the big problems we're facing here in New South Wales is there has been no big announcement from state government about a rescue package for the arts. And this is really serious because at the moment this sector, like many of the economic sectors, is facing serious challenges, and many organisations, but more than that, many sole practitioners, many artists, and actually all of the attendant people working in the arts may well be going under right now. So it's absolutely vital that New South Wales comes up with a rescue package, that it puts together a really serious economic approach that will support the sector, support the people working in it, as well as the organisations. So right now, New South Wales is lagging behind many of the other states. Most other states have announced more substantial packages for the arts. It's worth looking particularly at Victoria, where they've announced a large Sustaining Creative Workers initiative, but they've also put in place a rescue package. And that's the kind of thing we really need to see coming from New South Wales at the moment. So lots of people in the sector are very sad about what's happening to Carriageworks, and we do see it as indicative of a wider crisis. But I think it's also indicative of the way in which the arts has been invested in over the last decade. Government loves putting money into buildings. It loves landmark venues, it loves destination spaces and buildings. But bricks and mortar are not what actually makes the creative sector. What makes art is people. And there has been a massive lack of investment in people and programming. We can see that in all of the recent federal cuts, the people that have suffered are independent practitioners, small to medium companies. It's those people making the art who are really suffering. And at this moment, with COVID hitting, we see the flaw in that kind of investment because people can't go to buildings and buildings are not culture. So suddenly we have all of these destination buildings, they're standing empty, and the people who actually make art for us and who are still trying to make art and still trying to connect with us online, and people have been doing an absolutely brilliant job of creating cultural offerings for audiences while everyone is in lockdown, they're the people that are suffering. So arts infrastructure is not only buildings, it's people, and it's really time to start investing in those people